I've been panning for gold on the nets, but nothing's turned up on you two yet.
Keep trying, we appreciate it. How's Drexler?
He's an interesting old coot, but I gotta eyeball him long hours, 'cause he keeps rigging my hardware.
Can't damn a man to Tartars for trying to stay current. Tech jacks in the Warrens fetch a high price. I've been making do for years, with insufficient amperes and sluggish clock speeds. I'd pay a fortune for a multi-spectival polyrobust graphic system.
Hey, I'm hip to all that. But let me know the next time you plan on tapping the heating unit's power supply to run an arc welder. The coating on the wires melted into the floor.
What'd you say? Oh, time to eat. Oh, good. Them refried beans and pan-fried quails went right to my toes.
For burglars, the entire room's contents seemed desirable, but even inferior burglars would recognize that the room's most desirous articles are clearly booby-trapped. The crackling old parchment of this ancient text is rolled around a metallic spool. This powerful handheld electromagnet could yank the fillings out of the androgyne at 50 feet.
Ah, the blaze parchment. Well done, well done. I assure you that when we have finished with it, we will see it placed somewhere where it will be appreciated.
Hey, live it up, Prof. And don't forget your side of the bargain.
I stand by my word. You see before you a translator.
We're hoping you can translate this Latin phrase for us. We've written it down for you.
Of course. Let me see. Vocabulum est quere, ominus venire abgenitor. Well, the Latin is poor, but it roughly translates something like, the word is get, and all comes from the Father. Acquire means to get, you know, a verb meaning to acquire.
The word get. Not much of a clue. You're the brainy puzzle solver in this relationship. Getting any ideas?
Not yet, but I will.
We're hoping you can translate this Latin phrase for us. We've written it down for you.
Of course. Let me see it. Vocabulum est tabula, ominus venire abgenitor. The Latin is poor, but it reads, the word is slate, and all comes from the Father. The key word here seems to be tabula, which translates to slate.
The word slate. Not much of a clue.
Still, it's a clue, my brainy bow. It's something to go on.
I didn't say it was nothing, just that it wasn't much.
We're hoping you can translate this Latin phrase for us. We've written it down for you.
Of course. Let me see it. Vocabulum est grale, ominus venire abgenitor. The Latin is poor, but it reads, the word is grale, and all comes from the Father. The key word here seems to be grale, which translates to stilts. A rather unlikely message.
The word stilts. Not much of a clue.
Really? Gee, it seems obvious to me.
Mm-hmm. The answer will be obvious when we're done with it.
The two of us have been repeatedly sharing the same nightmares, and after every one of them, we wake up screaming and with the same Latin sentence on our lips. Vocabulum est cirrus, ominus venire obgenitor. Can you translate that for us?
Of course. Quite easy. The Latin is poor, but it translates to, the word is late, and all comes from the Father. The key word here seems to be late. Does this mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't. Not yet, at least. But it could be the start of something.
The only reason I'm letting you search this desk is because Professor Coronary allows it. Don't think I'm forgiving you for what happened to Dee. Someday your kind will pay for what they did. How long are you going to sort through her effects? You're enjoying this, aren't you? Get some kind of sick thrill running through one of your victims' stuff. I swear, you'll all pay for this.
Yes, I speak Latin and several other languages fluently.
We're hoping you can translate this Latin phrase for us. We've written it down for you.
Of course. Let me see. The Latin is poor, but it reads vocabulum est janua, omnibus venire abgenitor. The word is gate, and all comes from the Father. The key word here is janua, which is Latin for gate.
The word gate. Not much of a clue.
But enough? You've done more with less.
Oh, I'll figure it out. Give me time, and I'll figure it out. I just hope we have enough time. So, after all of this, we're left with a big goose egg. Each of the murder victims, and Rach and I, had a preoccupation with basically the same Latin sentence, the only differences being individual words that are next to meaningless and don't seem to fit together.
You're saying we've flatlined, run a dead end?
Hope is not lost. I've been giving this matter with a Latin word some thought. and I may have the answer.
These words mean something to you, Coronary?
Something about the presentation suggests a code I'm familiar with. Keep in mind, a large part of a Gnostic's work is deciphering obscure texts and breaking ice systems. Now follow me on this. The first part of the statement introduces a word. That's plain enough. But what about the second? Why the mention of all things coming from the Father? What things? Whose Father?
Who cares? Words don't have fathers.
But sometimes they just might. They just might.